Yo, what's up guys, welcome back, next match Cross-Banlist Cup. So let's take a look, let's zoom in last match here in the upper part, right? The quote-unquote more balanced decks here in Group D. We have Toadally Heroes versus TG Stuns. So there is like about 5 years a difference, I guess, between both these decks. Well, let's take a look at the first deck list. This particular deck, I believe, was it a finalist a couple of years ago? I'm not sure. I think so. Again, it speaks for itself, right? The Bahamut Shard, totally awesome combo featuring Norden as well. Triple instant fusion, the deck is quite strong, quite fast. Triple hero lives also, so consistent, but I feel it might be, out of steam quite soon. It's going to take on, I think, the first time this deck is going to participate in the Cross-Banlist Cup series, and that's the TG Stun. It's a super anti-meta deck. I believe this was a first place YCS winner, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it should be. It kind of took the meta by surprise, if I remember correctly, back in 2012. Very similar format to 2012, like Insector, Wind Up, Dino Rabbit format. But TG definitely wants to go first. It's, as you see, it's an anti-meta deck, very similar to Draco nowadays with skill drain. It definitely wants to go first. It wants to prevent stuff like Shadow Mist to get the Surge, right? You know how it works. But the pot of duality was a bit... I guess it was better. Well, the thing is that was about to lose one card either way, but I guess setting at least not activating duality was the superior choice, but I think the game was already played, especially with this hand. Beast King Barbaros definitely needed the skill drain to, pump itself up to at least 3k attack, and I eventually could have gone from there. And the card you see here, left on screen, that's, I guess, a creature swap-alike card. But you need to give your opponent the control of a TG monster. So I believe it's called the Rush Rhino, yeah. But I mean, Masked Hero is definitely a deck that has the ability to play, multiple traps themselves as well. And double Starlight Road, not the best here in this particular case. I kept in the roads, if I'm not mistaken, because stuff like Twin Twister is definitely there. Even though, very similar to Gore's, Starlight Road is a card that has a big psychological factor attached to it. Again, your opponent... if they want to play around Starlight Road, they don't really want to hit 2 cards if they know you're playing it. So skill drain, kinda, warping the game in my favor, I guess. So immediately use Horn to attach itself to Tengu. If you know Horn, it's basically a, well, it's not really an equipped trap, but you know what I mean. It kind of equips itself to, what is it, a Beast or Beast Warrior, yeah. That monster will gain 800 attack, and then when that monster destroys something by battle, you'll get to draw a card. And again, that's fantastic. Thunder King on its own is a fantastic anti-meta card as well. So yeah, because of Castell, I think I was kind of forced to, tribute Thunder King away. There is the Warwolf, right? Again, that's not an answer to, and that's something that I highly underestimated, or I kind of overlooked how powerful Rafflesia is against this deck. Is, as you know, Rafflesia, as it has like... if it has at least one Exceed material, it's unaffected by trap effects, so I can't switch control of it with, the creature swap. It's unaffected by any traps. The couple of outs from the top of my head is one of them here is to draw another Horn of the Phantom Beast, to, I guess, give my Tengu another 800 attack boost. Also with skill drain, it's very similar to the situation with Shinzo. If skill drain is already face up on the field when, Shinzo hits the board or Rafflesia hits the board, then the particular monster will be negated. But if a skill drain is activated after, Rafflesia or Shinzo, well, hits the field, its effect will be negated. Or, Rafflesia will still be unaffected by skill drain. But... so yeah, I think I, need to control, or at least, need to activate skill drain here, so the, Utopia cannot activate its full effect. As expected again, Beast, alright, Barbaros is definitely also an answer as well. And, okay, I guess this was kind of like a tech card back in the old school days. The card is called Safe Zone. It kinda equips itself to a monster on your side of the field, and that monster cannot attack, or at least on your opponent's side of the field as well, but then that monster cannot attack directly, and I believe it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. I think it's something like that. I've played the card in the old school days as well. I remember the strike ninja, or no, it was the Hanzo ninja lock. Who remembers that one, right? Featuring Save So. Anyway, yeah, I think here my only win condition was by deck out, and that's you know, what eventually will or would happen here. Okay, so game number 3 again goes second, and this is not the best hand. You don't really want to draw that many monsters, and I think I, you know, need to play it somewhat aggressively to kind of, you know, force out Toad. I wasn't, you know, too keen on activating Dark Hole first, try to attack over Toad, and then, you know, potentially skill drain as a follow-up play, but that was of course a bit wishful thinking. We know that, you know, hero sights in, what is it, Twin Twister Wiretap. Who remembers that card? Quite of a popular side deck card back in, you know, 2014 also in Yugioh format, if I, you know, remember correctly. It like negates a trap from your opponent and sends it back to the deck. And this setup of both Rafflesia and Toad is just far too strong. You know, Rafflesia sending Floodgate Trap Hole from the deck to the graveyard, and then that is just a losing battle, right? Okay, but you know, TG is still in here going first, and again, this is like a superb opening hand again. And there is still the psychological factor of Starlight Throat. We see the Twin Twister there now, so I guess you could like wait on whatchamacallit, the skill drain. Wow, no, okay, Thunder King is it speaks for itself. You know, Hero lives potentially searching out Shadow Mist, won't get the search because of Thunder King. E-Call is blocked, the Instant Fusion is not live, so again Thunder King proving that it's, back in the old school days, was a very powerful Floodgate monster on legs, or Floodgate card on legs. So again, somewhat aggressive. Again, I don't need to fear something like Mirror Force. I think try to use you know, Horn of the Phantom Beast, but yeah, this was a game either way. So to all, at least against all expectations, I think we are going into a 5-gamer. But I think, as I've mentioned before, both these decks definitely want to go first, but I believe TG Stun is a deck that you definitely want to go first, because, you know, stuff like skill drain and so on. And yeah, the Twin Twister was there, hitting the 2 back rows, and then it's quite easy if you only have 2, and TG being the deck that you don't really want to open too many monsters of, especially not, you know, going second. Striker is, as you know, a monster that can special summon itself. I can go for like a big beatstick, I guess, and I kinda can get away with it. Not sure what the 2 other back rows are. Okay, Typhoon hits the Torrential, right? And I believe his last card, is it a Wiretap? I'm not sure. But I'm going to lose my big beatstick, and Tengu, yeah, again I have another one here in hand. Draw a Solemn Warning, that's decent but not the best. We still have, you know, 1 Toad here that well, I need to get rid of, right? So I'm going to use Warning, but we see the Wiretap, and that's basically game over, I think. I'm not sure. Well, that's a thing, right? Shadow Mist gets a search. Ah, okay, yeah, for Enki. That's a combo. Enki, you know, destroys a monster by battle. It will get a search, the last mass change, and that's eventually GG for another copy of Dark Law. So I think this was, well, you know, Dark Law again is also a superb counter to the TG monsters themselves. So I think we have a well-deserved winner here, with Toadally Hero 3 points and TG Stun at 2 points. So last group, and then all the way back to the beginning. Next matchup we have True Draco Zoo versus Dragoon.tech. Jesus. Okay, so feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Become signing out. Peace.